It's January. Happy New Year. Well, as far as the garden goes, everything at the Sustainability Centre is really flourishing, but I'm definitely not trying to put in much in the way of new seedlings because it's just too dry. I mean, on Waiheke we know that from now on we are really going to have to conserve water, and most of us don't have very much left over for our gardens. Rather than putting in new plants, we're really concentrating now on looking after everything that we planted in the spring. We've got some wonderful heirloom cherry tomatoes, and so I'm keeping those tied up to their stakes so they don't flop around everywhere, and also cutting off some of the larger leaves so that the sun gets to the tomatoes, and also cutting off the lower leaves because tomatoes like to have air circulating around their base, and that helps to stop them from getting mildew in this kind of weather. Our courgette is doing really well. In fact, I've had to cut back some of the leaves because it had grown so huge it was starting to crowd out the vegetables on either side. So one of the things to look for if you're growing a courgette is to keep on harvesting before the courgettes get too large, otherwise they'll turn into marrows, which are not nearly as tasty, and also they will stop producing. I'm really pleased with the way our cucumbers have grown up the teepee frame as they were supposed to. I just had to encourage them by tying them up with some string to start with, and it's been a great way of saving space on the ground because they're going up rather than taking up space. The only thing is that I see that they're starting to develop a little bit of spotty mildew on the lower leaves, so I'll be cutting off the infected leaves and spraying with bicarbonate of soda. Obviously, conserving water is super important at the moment, so a few things that you can do that will make a huge difference to how much water you need on your garden. First of all, make sure that you have started off with lots of compost and organic matter in your soil because that will hold the water. Secondly, mulching, of course. Mulch, because that stops the water from evaporating off the soil, keeps it down where you want it, under the ground. I used to use seagrass as a mulch, but I have recently been told that it's an important part of the seashore ecology, so rather than using seagrass I have shifted to things like cardboard and shredded paper. Shredded cardboard we use here at the Sustainability Centre, and also grass clippings are always very good. And also, very important when you're watering that you water directly to the roots of each plant. Don't spray the water all over the leaves, it's just going to evaporate. It's wasted and it's not getting to where the plants actually need it, which is under the ground.